See, Mayor Pete knows more than the founding fathers about the system of government we have. Calls now for this more direct democracy approach. Let's abolish the Electoral College, abolish the Senate. These are things you hear from libs because they don't get their way. They don't understand that we have these long-standing notions of federalism, of states, of the administration of government at different levels, localized government, checks and balances on government, that this complicated system has functioned so well for so long because of the genius behind it. And now you get people who think they're geniuses today on the left who come along, and what do they want to do? They want to dismantle it. They want to get rid of the system that has been so incredible for so long. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it has endured, and we are the far and away the richest, safest, freest, best place in the world of our size. When you look at our influence, I mean, America is incredible. And people say, oh, Buck, but what about Finland? All right, they've got like 5 million people. Or I don't even know if it's 5. It might be like 2 or 3 million. It might be smaller than that. It's not a very big place. It doesn't really count in terms of the great sweep of history. I love my Finnish brothers and sisters too. I've actually got a couple of Finnish friends. They're very nice. They speak like 8 languages. They're very respectful. Anyway, I just think this is classic Mayor Pete here, thinking that this is a way to appeal to the Democrat electorate. They openly advocate for abolishing key aspects of our governmental system. I mean, they just say, oh, we should get rid of this, or oh, we should get rid of that. And then, in the next breath, I'll turn around and say, oh, Trump and the Republicans are undermining the sacred aspects of our democracy. But you guys are the ones that want to abolish the Senate, abolish the Electoral College, stack the Supreme Court from 9 to whatever it is, court packing so that you can get your way on the Supreme Court, abolish ICE, abolish borders. They just want to get rid of all these different aspects of government and sovereignty, and we're supposed to think that they know what they're doing. But I will give Mayor Pete credit for this. Unlike MSNBC's heralded up-and-coming anchor Katy, it is clear that Mayor Pete does, in fact, understand the difference between, say, the Senate and the House. This was a great conversation on MSNBC that got some attention over the weekend. And I give a shout-out to Beckett Adams, the Washington Examiner, who wrote a column called Katy, the anchor who knows too little, I think it was called, which was really funny. He just pulled together all the really, really dumb things that she says on air and with frequency. That shows a deep ignorance. She didn't misspeak on something. She has an ignorance of things, political things, even though it is her job to speak to the American people about mostly political issues. And here you get a sense of how well she understands gerrymandering, because she's worried about how gerrymandering will affect the Senate. Play clip 6, producer Mark.
Who Brett Kavanaugh was appointed by a president who lost the popular vote, and he was confirmed by a Senate which represented less than half of the country, right? I mean, that is a stark example, and it's one that Mitch McConnell has used repeatedly to act in contrast to the House.
It's a bit of a kerfuffle.
It is. It's a bit of a conundrum.
So, what's the resolution to that? Is gerrymandering something that would help improve the situation? How does that sort of divide promote consensus in the Senate or even in the House?
Well, I mean, they're the only resolution. Gerrymander's not going to do anything because in the Senate we're talking about states, right?
Yeah.
You can't gerrymander states.
It's a helpful reminder there for MSNBC anchor Katy Tur. What gerrymandering, can that fix things, in the Senate? No, because the Senate does not involve any gerrymandering because it's a statewide race. Because there are 2 senators per state, Katy Tur. 2 per state. We have 100 senators, 2 per state, 50 states. Everyone in that state gets to vote when that senator's up for either re-election or there's a challenge to the incumbent. That's how it goes. Just in case she's not aware, because it seems like she's not.